a choice.
A brisk early hours trade in the famous fish market at Peterhead.
Here we've got a lovely shot of haddock here, some beautiful coley. It's fresh. Some of this fish is only 24 hours old.
A 50, 60.
Their newly landed catch selling out to supermarkets, factories and restaurants from across the UK and as far as Spain. But it is the fishermen here starting to believe that they are the first ones to be traded off in the Brexit negotiation.
This is too big an opportunity to let go. And if they do, they will never be forgiven. They will go down in history as the people who have failed this nation.
Up the coast at Fraserburgh Port, regardless of the rough seas, these out-of-quota vessels won't be fishing herring and mackerel today. The skipper, George West, expects Brexit to change that, but fears history repeating itself.
Our hope is that, having been sold down the river once, that we wouldn't be sold down the river again.
You think it might happen? Sort of the Heath thing? Ted Heath might happen again?
Well, I hope not.
This is the map that fishermen want to see again. UK vessels fish 40% of the fish taken from UK waters. The other 60% will be other EU nations. Fishermen would like to see that number increase to 80 or 90%, like Iceland or the Faroe Islands. Currently, 2/3 of the industry exports go to the European Union tariff-free. They also want this maintained, and also for higher value processed fish. Fishing was one of the symbols of the Leave campaign, and there can be no doubting the scale of the opportunity from no longer having to share our coastal waters. But even if it doubles in size, it's still only a fraction of a percent of our national income. And any government trying to seal a deal will surely prioritise finance or pharmaceuticals. Can risking a transition period really be worth the price of fish? The government's answer, yes, the transition is a priority and it's taking the flak in places like Fraserburgh, trying to reassure MPs that the same calculus won't apply again for the long-term relationship. That's precisely the fear here.
Nothing is temporary. We had a warning from that from another big coastal state around the Northeast Atlantic, Norway, who said the one thing you must not do is enter into temporary arrangements because they will become permanent. We are acutely aware of that. Again, access to the waters needs to be under the control of the United Kingdom. What the EU are asking for is actually worse than the present deal. Actually worse than the present deal, where we would have a seat at the table in the corner without a voice.
But nothing is simple in Brexit. The wider fish industry eagerly anticipates that boom, but will need to keep access to migrant labour to deal with the glut, and crucially does not want tariffs on the trade in processed fish. You also export as well, so you want to keep it tariff-free?
The opportunity for investment is considerable, but we also want opportunity to trade with Europe on a competitive basis.
Finished product?
This is the, no, not quite finished.
Oh, okay.
This is the fillets.
It looks pretty good.
Skin on, it's still to be skinned and then frozen.
The skin's the best bit.
Have you tried it?
The PM would not still be in number 10 without 13 Scottish Tory MPs who promised Brexit would make the UK an independent coastal state again. That prospect now delayed, MPs trusting that it will be delivered by 2021. Locals here, though, mindful of history and the presence of bigger fish in the Brexit negotiation, are not so sure. Faisal Islam, Sky News in Peterhead.